Today I'm on the SoCal ADU tour, and this is one of the most beautiful ADUs I have ever seen. Wait till the end, you'll be shocked at the price and what it will rent for and what it could sell for. This ADU is so beautiful, and they put in the extra touches you would expect if you were living there. So, what does it cost? $1,500 a month. They could rent it for $4,000 a month. That cost, all-in cost, $300,000. They could sell it for $850,000. That's what you can do with ADUs. Talk to me.
We had wanted a bigger space for ourselves, something a little bit more modern, and something that makes us feel comfortable and like home. And it's hard to find that in the market today, and that is within our budget. So we decided, hey, why not get creative and buy something a little smaller, but has good land that we can build something that will really fit our need and our style.
So you're moving into the brand new property, and what are you doing with the big house in front?
The main house will be rented. We'll have a tenant in the house while we live in the back house.
What do you expect to rent the primary house for?
We're expecting maybe about $3,000 to $3,200.
Excellent, excellent. And tell us, what were your first steps, and how did you find your contractor?
That's a story. Do you want to tell that story?
Yeah. So our first contractor, we were on a tight budget, so we went through a bunch of contractors and chose the one who fit our budget and who was also an acquaintance of a coworker. So we thought, that'd be a good choice. And then it turned out that there were a lot of delays because he just wouldn't show up a lot of the time, and progress on the house was just not moving forward. And so we decided we had to get somebody to get things going again. And so we had another round of searching for contractors, and there was a lot of this told us, they wouldn't take on an existing project, take on someone else's problems. And there were some who said, okay, we'll do it, but for the budget will just go way up. But then Oren, we knew that he had built a duplex down the street that was really nice, and he came by and he was able to, he agreed to take on our project and deal with all the problems and keep us, at about what our budget was. So that's great.
What did you think about taking on the project?
So I understand why a lot of contractors don't want to do that, because you don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into until you're actually there doing the work. Of course, I came to look at it first and get an idea of what I think needs to be done or what I think potentially may need to be redone. But along every step of the way, almost every step of the way, there was a challenge. And think of how things were done before I came to the picture. And contractors know that. We know that. But I've been through that kind of struggle before. I know what it's like. So when I met them, I could feel that kind of pain, and I really liked them and got along very well, and I really wanted to help take over. And it's work for me too, but I really wanted to take on the challenge and complete it, to get it to the point that we are right now.
Excellent. And what would you guys tell people who want to start building an ADU? What lessons would you learn?
I would say that really do as much research as you can, because it's an ever-changing world, right? Cost change, labor shortage, all of these issues are we're still dealing with out of the pandemic. And I would say that plan as much as you can. Don't compromise at the planning stage, because you will have to compromise at the building stage. Another feedback that I would give to people that I wish I was told is that it takes time. It takes patience. So sometimes it's like, you want something done and, it gets done, but then, hey, something's not quite right? The crew has to come back, they have to change it, and sometimes you change something and impact something else. So just be mindful that, ask a lot of questions up front, ask them to break out the cost, think about what might be missing, be organized, keep track, and that way you can keep your project moving along.
Yeah, I would say one thing is not everything's gonna be perfect the way you want it, and you notice all the things because you see that it just got done and it's not what you pictured. But not everything's gonna be perfect, so you kind of just have to let some things go, and then they'll seem small.
Focus on the big picture, right?
Yeah.